Hey, what's up YouTube? I got some uplink gameplay for y'all today on Advanced Warfare, and today all I want to talk about is Battlefield Hardline, a new game that's coming out. I'm pretty sure 99% of you know about it. It's a huge game, it's probably gonna make a ton of money, and personally I could care less for it. I know, talking all like coming in like it's gonna be a great game, everybody's gonna play it. Personally, I don't think it's gonna turn out how the developers are hoping. I mean, you compare Battlefield Hardline to Battlefield 4. Sure, Battlefield 4 was terrible on release, absolutely terrible, probably one of the worst games at launch just because you couldn't hop in a match. Battlefield Hardline, on the other hand, I'm going to say you're probably going to be able to play the game fine. I'm going to say the multiplayer is going to work and everything's going to work out fine. But why? Why don't I want this game? Why do I think it's going to be a bad game? Well, for starters, I picked up the Battlefield Hardline first beta when they announced it at E3, when they said it was going to be closed beta, whatever, for the first X amount of people who get in, and if you don't get in, you got to sign up for it. I got in right away, I downloaded it, and I started playing. I had a ton of fun, but the first thing I noticed that irritated the crap out of me was the fact that the graphics were so bad. I mean, you compare Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline. Battlefield 4 puts Battlefield Hardline in the dirt. I mean, just drops it because Battlefield Hardline looks so bad. The guns don't have detail. The textures of grass is just fields of dirt with no detail whatsoever. The trees look like crap. The buildings are just blocks. It feels like they put this game together in, give or take, probably a year and a half at most. And I know Battlefield 4 is no better because the online wasn't working, but they spent time on what they did. They spent time to detail. They put what people wanted into the game. Just Battlefield 4 didn't put out the quality to start out. Battlefield 4's netcode is pretty much fixed now. It's a functioning game. It's running almost perfect, I could say. Battlefield Hardline, on the other hand, it's gonna be Battlefield 4 on release as Battlefield 4 currently right now. It's gonna run fine. It just doesn't look good. It's clunky when you play it. It's, I guess you could call it dry. It's ashy. I'm taking that term from Stone Fox Media. Stone Fox Media is a great guy. He puts out a lot of informational videos. So if you guys want to go check him out, he's somewhere on YouTube. Just YouTube Stone Fox Media. I'll probably throw his link in the description. But anyway, why I won't be playing Battlefield Hardline. It's not as fun as it first was when I first played the first beta. When I got my hands on the second beta, I wasn't having fun. I didn't like the systems. I didn't like how when you started out, you had certain guns for the police or the criminals. You could only use those certain guns until maybe you got like X amount of kills, and then you could use them for both classes. That was one thing that turned me off. Only because if I wanted to use a gun and I wanted to rank it up, I would have to wait all the way until a game after the game that I was playing just so I could use it again. I mean, when I'm playing with the gun and I like it, I want to be able to use it a couple games to level it up, maybe get some attachments, maybe get some money to buy it. Speaking of which, on money side, the money idea, it's great. It's a great idea. They did it well. Just for personal preference, I hear a lot of people talking. I know personally myself, I'm not a big fan of the money system. I don't like how they run it. I just, there's something about it that turns me off. I like the idea of how you have to use the gun and use it in certain aspects to unlock camos, per se, or weapon attachments. So you have to use this attachment to get a better attachment, like how they had in Modern Warfare 2, how you had to use a red dot to get a hollow sight, how to use FMJ to get bullet penetration kills, to get extended mags, stuff like that, stuff that you actually have to work for in a game. Because I feel like if you're going to be using money, you could just play game after game and use all that money and spend it on one gun. And if you spend all your money on one gun, you can unlock everything right away. Sure, that's cool and all, you'll have everything that you want. But there's no challenge in leveling up. I mean, if you want to level up in a game, you should have to work for it and not play a couple of games, get mad amounts of money, and just spend your money on what you want. Because as soon as you have what you want in that game, it's not going to be fun. I know you can say the same, like, oh, if you're working for this, you can get this, and I don't know, I like the feeling of working for stuff. I like the feeling of having to use what I want to unlock something for that. say, heck, going back to Modern Warfare 2 again, say I want to get something for the M4A1, the shotgun, whatever, attachment. I'd have to use the grenade launcher. But in Battlefield Hardline, you could use an OP gun that's so powerful and so cheap, get all your money, and then you could use all that money to unlock stuff for another gun just to make that gun better. I don't like the aspect of that only because you're not working for what you want. And along with all of this, it still goes back to the fact that Battlefield Hardline is such a turnoff just from the looks of it. I mean, just Google some gameplay if you haven't played the beta already. I'm pretty sure most of you watching this right now have played the beta because they had millions of people play the beta. They're saying that they're getting really good reviews and people are going to buy the game. Personally, for me, I probably won't buy it unless you guys want to see gameplay of it, only because the game just looks bad graphically. They spent no time on the game. They didn't put any of their attention into detail. They wanted to put it into gameplay, which I completely understand. I'm for gameplay. But when you have a game on next-gen consoles running all this power, running games at full 1080p, games being made at 1080p, you should be able to put out good quality looking games, but instead they gave us garbage. Just a game looking like garbage. And the mechanics of it is just not thorough. Of course, I know you guys are probably going to say it's a beta. They need to be bug fixed. They need to up the graphics because it's only the beta. Guys, when you play a game and you play the beta before the game releases, a couple of months before the game releases, in that amount of time, they're not going to be able to graphically improve the game at all. I don't care if you guys say, it's still only a beta, the game's going to look 10 times better when the game comes out. I'm sorry, it's not going to look better when the game comes out. The game is probably actually going to look just the same, and it's never going to improve. Sure, they might come out with DLC, and they might have the DLC, maybe weapons or maps or anything, whatever they come out with. They might have that upped graphically a little bit, just because they know that the game is going to get bad reviews, just because it looks bad. So personally, I will not be buying Battlefield Hardline on launch at all. I can promise you that. Unless you guys want to see it, I will definitely bring it to you. No promises I'll be having fun playing it, but I'll bring you guys gameplay. I'll bring you guys whatever you want. Just leave it in the comments and let me know. But this is why I'm not getting Battlefield Hardline. It looks ashy. The mechanics, of course, can be fixed. And it's not fun to play, I guess, because you're not working for what you want. So tell me what you guys think about Battlefield Hardline in the beta, or from the beta, what you've played, and if you're going to get the game or not. Because I'm kind of curious on what you guys think of the game. Maybe you guys don't care if the graphics are bad. But if you guys are going to get the game, definitely throw it in the comments down below. Tell me why you're going to get the game, and throw a counter argument. Maybe we can have a debate going on. Maybe we can decide whether we should all get the game because it's good for this reason, or why nobody should get the game because it's bad. Just let me know in the comments. Leave a like video if you, I guess, like the video. And subscribe, because I'll definitely be bringing you guys content of whatever you want. I got Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Battlefield, just anything you want. Just throw it down in the comments, and I'll bring it to you guys. Alright, I'll see y'all later.